Moon Shadow, you done good again.
No, just come to the next side.
Off-the-grid sailing doesn't get much better than in the realm of the exotic and remote island of Saba. On the charts, one can look for a small dark green dot in the vast depths of the Caribbean Sea, or looking southwest from St. Martin, it can be spotted as a small shadow that comes to a single steep point on the very top. For those looking for a typical holiday laying on white sand beaches in front of all-inclusive resorts, keep looking. The 1,900 people who reside here would rather share their hidden treasure with visitors who sincerely appreciate the serenity of Saba's natural beauty or are otherwise proud to claim it as their best-kept secret. Getting ready to go hike Mount Scenery! Since 1816, Saba has flown the Dutch flag of the Netherlands, but for centuries longer, fishing was the main industry that everyone thrived from. That is why next to the mooring field in the marine park, guests can gather their belongings and hike up the 524 steps of Ladder Bay just as the old fishermen did with their fresh catches every day and night.
This is the only way up on the entire island if you came from the sea. They've carried a piano and a bishop up these 524 stairs. Here we go.
From the top of the old customs house, there is an incredible view of boats below, and the countless pieces of Dutch cheney to be found in the old homes abandoned in the forest behind it.
So the old customs house is right up here, and it looks like it hasn't been used in quite some time. But can you imagine pulling up here? The 524 stone masonry steps were the only way to get from the sea to the villages for many years. When you are coming back up the steps, you will appreciate the hardiness of the Saba people in those days. This former customs house is an excellent lookout to enjoy the beautiful views of the sea and shore, especially in the early morning and at sunset. It really kept up the place quite nicely, right?
When the rest of the world told them that they couldn't make their island habitable, the Sabans proved everyone wrong with humbling grace and glorious architecture that rivals the most challenging feats of their unforgiving landscape. For even more evidence of Saban resilience and prosperity, keep walking to the top of the trail to the road
Tired yet?
that connects the four small settlements of Windward Side, the Bottom, Hell's Gate, and St. John's together.
The Bushman.
Bottom, Troy Hill, Bud's Mountain, Mount Scenery. So we gotta go down to come back up. I had a feeling.
Maybe
Look at the baby. So cute.
Oh, what happened?
Got a breach.
Windward Side, Troy Hill, Bottom Mountain, Mount Scenery. It's now about 10:30. Doing pretty good so far. And we've done a lot of stopping to pick up cheney. Some other really cool artifacts. And now we're finally on Mount Scenery. Big radio tower up there you can't even see anymore. Slowly disappearing in the cloud that's rolling in.
At the top, the terrain is unlike anything there is only 1,000 feet down. Palm trees, orchids, ferns, raspberries, cilantro, and hibiscus, all growing wild.
So these bananas are actually normal size. We're just elf size, so they look bigger.
Makes sense.
In this volcanic soil, bananas tower high in the elfin forest, and the tropical flowers flourish.
And we are in the clouds. At the top, nothing but clouds.
On a clear day, it is possible to see the surrounding islands, but we were happy to trade the scorching sun for the cool mist in the clouds.
What a view.
We arrived at the summit and became mysteriously veiled in a mist along the whole top of the mountain.
windy up here. It's kind of scary.
You can't even see the top of it.
Pretty steep up here. Not only is the island green because of the heavy rainforest filled with endemic flora and fauna, but also because of the environmentalist attitude of the people who call it home.
See you at the bottom, fools.
Once one reaches the top of the bottom, or any of the 4 villages, they will notice the striking similarity between all the buildings. Decorated with their authentic and distinct design, they all resemble the same cookie-cutter style of green shutters against white wooden facades with red sloping roofs. This unique and charming look derived from the first shipbuilders who built their homes on the hills above that stuck ever since. Also, due to the difficulty of stepping foot onto the island itself, hauling light planks of wood for construction proved to be the most feasible.
Shake it. Gotta get that pour.
With its unique geological features and deep clear waters, Saba is also known globally as a scuba diving hotspot. So we decided to beach the dinghy and we're gonna walk.
Lots of rock slides in this area. Looks like the road got washed away.
Experiencing the reefs around the island is as intense as the peaks of the volcano 877 meters above the sea.
There's certain spots in the sand here where there's a yellow colored bacteria that actually lives there. It's almost a mustard color, and if you dig your hands down into it, it's actually significantly warmer than the surrounding water.
Immigration actually doesn't get here until 10, so customs is all good. But now we gotta go find breakfast. So the way Saba is, there's one road called the road, and the southern end of the island is called the bottom. However, when you pull up at sea level, you're still about 800 feet below the bottom. We actually have to hike up to the bottom. Made it to the bottom. We're back. Super humid here. Yay! Oh, ouch, I hit my elbow. Pretty boy. This is the horny turtle she was talking about. The horny tortoise.
Just telling my fam, you see how I gave you a ride?
Yeah.
I get famous like this.
Oh yeah.
Really?
They had some people I didn't know. They a friend of mine. He like, hey, what you talking about? They look it up. So they had these people say like you come on the island recording, stopping right at my bottom beam. In the bottom, the recording going down. Everybody passing the passage straight, passing. Here I bust around the corner by the bank, shut down the road, come down, and I stop, pick them up, bring them down to the same place.
What is your name, man?
Javon.
Thank you so much for the ride.
It's a really young island, so it's still kind of settling into itself.
How old is it?
Depends on the place. Like, the island had multiple eruptions. The last one was less than 500 years ago and was actually near the bottom, while the earliest ones were 13 million years ago.
Super friendly locals giving us a ride.
After checking out with the harbor master, the marine park, customs, and immigration, it was finally time to start heading for the open ocean again.
Little nimblekin, bit scared. He always gets like that when we first start sailing. Gotta just tuck him in and then he feels better. And right now we're on the station. Nimble, made it. Walking on the oldest road in the island. Built in 1600s and wasn't paved until the 1700s. A lot of the ruins here are under construction, and Statia actually has the most monuments out of any Caribbean island per square mile.
For watching this episode of Between Sun and Sea on the Dutch West Indies. Be sure to explore more by following along on the adventure and subscribing to our YouTube channel by clicking the big red button below. For even more adventures, follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Between Sun and Sea, or head over onto our website at www.betweensunandsea.life. Until next time, go have fun.
That's a cute little one.
You freak out. Yeah, I saw that.